Hey! Hello there, squaddies. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all strapped in, because today's story, it's a wild one. One that will change the way you look at media, power, and the extreme lengths some outlets go to for a headline. To all my returning viewers, welcome back, fam. It's always great to have you here. And if you're new, you picked the moment to join us. Today's episode is packed with twists, emotion, and revelations you absolutely do not want to miss. Before we dive in, kindly hit that subscribe button and tap the notification bell so you never miss our juicy updates. Trust me, what's coming next? It's unbelievable. All right, squaddies, let's get into it. Imagine this. A major newspaper doesn't just report on someone, it moves in with them. Sounds like fiction, right? Like the start of some suspense thriller? Well, according to widespread reporting and public discussion, that's exactly what appears to have happened with Meghan Markle's father, Thomas Markle, and a Daily Mail writer, Caroline Graham. For years, she hasn't simply covered him from afar. She's been in Mexico, then reportedly in the Philippines, living close enough to raise the kind of questions nobody should have to ask about a journalistic relationship. And here's where things get murky. Is she a reporter, a caretaker, a confidant, a gatekeeper, or something far more complicated? Let's be clear, though. Reporters do interviews. They visit homes, they gather information, but they do not usually embed themselves so deeply into a subject's personal life that they seem to be controlling access, monitoring communications, or steering the narrative. Yet, that's exactly what public observers have been questioning. The whole situation feels less like journalism and more like a long-term strategy. Embed someone close, stay in the room, stay in his ear, and be first in line should Meghan ever reach out. In other words, surveillance disguised as reporting. And when the subject of that reporting is the estranged father of one of the most targeted women on the planet, the ethical concerns multiply instantly. Social media has run wild with its own theories, speculation ranging from blurred personal boundaries to outright manipulation. None of these claims are confirmed, of course, but the very fact that the public is asking them says a lot about how strange this arrangement appears. This isn't the first time Thomas Markle has been tangled in a media storm. Remember the staged photo scandal before Meghan's wedding? The one involving paparazzo Jeff Rayner and then American media executive Dylan Howard? Thomas himself later claimed he was misled. Claims that were initially brushed aside, but later found new weight through legal filings and industry leaks. So, when Meghan shared in Harry and Meghan on Netflix that she sensed the texts she received from her father before the wedding didn't sound like him, people began to ask, was someone filtering those messages? Was someone else controlling access? Was the narrative already being shaped behind the scenes? Again, we're not saying that happened. But the pattern of interference, influence, and media engineering around Thomas Markle is well documented. Which brings us back to today's bizarre situation. Recently, yet another plotline hit the headlines, that Caroline Graham and Thomas Markle were caught in the middle of the Cebu earthquake in the Philippines. Instead of this being a moment of empathy and focus on safety, the story quickly morphed into, guess what? Another tabloid circus with Meghan's name dragged into it. Critics argued this felt conveniently dramatic, almost scripted, Yet another opportunity to pull Meghan back into a storyline she has repeatedly tried to step away from. And here's where things took an unexpected turn. Samantha Markle, yes, Samantha, tried to shame the Daily Mail, but ended up confirming what many suspected, that Caroline Graham has been embedded in Thomas's life far more deeply than normal journalistic standards would allow. Whether intentional or accidental, that moment pulled the curtain back. So, squaddies, we're left with major unsettling questions. At what point does journalism become surveillance? Where is the line between reporting and exploitation? How far will tabloids go to control a narrative about one woman? Because when a media outlet inserts one of its own into a subject's personal life, not as an occasional visitor but as a near-permanent presence, this is no longer business as usual. This is obsession, pure and simple. And whether you love Meghan, dislike her, or land somewhere in the middle, one fact remains. No public figure should be monitored through their family members like this. No estranged parent should become a pawn in a media machine built on profit, influence, and emotional manipulation. The ethics aren't just questionable, they're practically screaming for investigation. And there you have it, squaddies. One of the strangest, murkiest media arrangements we've ever discussed on this channel. What do you think? Is this journalism? Is it manipulation? Or is it something far more troubling? Drop your thoughts in the comment section, because I can't wait to read them. Thank you so much for watching, for supporting, and for always keeping it real. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that you never miss what's next. Until then, stay sharp, stay kind, and stay tuned. See you in the next one.